347 Sorauren Avenue, this handsome red brick structure, has a colourful past. I'm Ian Skelton. I'd like to trace out some historical highlights of the building, bringing in my memories of working in there in the early 70s. My workstation was on the second floor, just behind a recently added balcony. Back then there was just a door opening to the air. I used a winch attached to the I-beam you see there to hoist up ammonia tanks for one of my work processes. Such a risky business. With the slightest lapse of attention, you could fall right to the ground. Or at any time, a tank could break from its flimsy attachment to the winch and crash down, releasing toxic fumes that would attack eyes and lungs. Fortunately, there were no such mishaps. 347 Sorauren, built about 1905, was a key part of an industrial axis in Toronto's West End. Its early tenants drove technological progress and social change in Canada. One company, under franchise, produced newly designed ball bearings, revolutionizing energy efficiency throughout society. Another helped move the country out of the Ice Age with electrified refrigeration. Others produced gaskets and various rubber goods for the Allies in World War II, and supplied components for Ontario's expansive hydro network. After World War II, along with industry nationally, there was a turn towards consumers' goods, bedding, storage, even jewellery. Then by the late 1990s, industry was replaced altogether by 48 condos. The urban fabric around the building changed a lot during this time. We now know Sorauren as a pleasant residential street with small-scale crafts and services, cafes, and a big park. During the industrial period, there would be the bustle of people rushing to punch in, truck traffic on the street, and the whistle of steam trains shunting into sidings, followed in time by the horns of diesel locomotives. Manpower, the employment agency the federal government ran until '77, sent me to the building to see about a job at the French Jewellery Company of Canada, makers of fine pieces in gold and silver. The shop manager took me on at $2 an hour. Well, the minimum was $1.65. The company was run by owners Harry and Aaron, friendly bosses who knew all the workers, many of us by name. On the shop floor, we numbered a couple of dozen. The tool makers, led by a super-skilled German guy, adapted and ran machines that cut and stamped the precious metal. These parts were soldered into their final form by about 10 dexterous and proficient women of Italian and Eastern European origin. Then the tumblers, where I began, cleaned off any residue from soldering. In the final step, an affable Scottish guy applied a gossamer plating of nickel. Around the time that I arrived, the company invested in new technology with a furnace for mass soldering new product lines. To my surprise, the shop manager asked me to run this new device. When I think back on why he would ask such an inexperienced person to do that, I put it in terms that represented power and privilege in those days. Let's give this job to the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant guy. The work area was spacious and bright and relatively quiet. These factories made it the envy of workers from surrounding factories. They also supported the conviviality of relations among the workers at French Jewellery. We felt like a group, confident in our competence, with a common knowledge base. The owners did their part with year-end celebrations and individual meetings with each worker, including giving them a bonus. By the mid-70s, French Jewellery needed more space and moved to Downsview, where the workforce mushroomed to 180. In '84, despite all its advantages, the company went into receivership. Competition, rapid growth, founders' fatigue, these all seem plausible. And maybe the folksy company culture was incompatible with modernization. After French Jewellery left, there were some industrial and arts organizations at 347 Sorauren. Then came the condo conversions. Just as the building served the litany of industrial occupants, it's now firmly placed in the residential environment.